I'm going to show you how to set body grip traps. There are basically 4 body grip traps that are approved for use in the UK. These are the BMI Magnum 116, 110 and 55 and the Victor Conibear 122. Now this is the 116, it's got the longer spring. This is the 110 with the shorter spring but still has the same jaw size, and the 55 which has the same spring size as the 110 but a much narrower jaw size if you compare it to the 116. But I'll show you how to set the 116, which actually applies to setting the 110 and 55. A couple of parts to the trap. This is the trigger, this is the trigger dog, this is your main spring, and this is your safety catch. Now the key to setting this trap is letting the jaws do the work. You put your hand on the spring, make sure that your trigger and your dog are sort of central, so as you start pulling the jaws apart they don't all get caught up. Hand on the spring, don't try to squeeze the spring completely closed. All you need to do is start to squeeze, and at the same time put your fingers around the bottom and top part of the jaws and pull them together. So you're using the jaws like that to pull the spring together. Once you've done that, put it together, flick your safety catch on. These are not a particularly good safety catch, because when you're messing around with this trap, especially if you've got it upside down, if you turn it upside down then the safety catch will drop off. So just be conscious all the time that that safety catch is on, because if you do let go of it and it catches your fingers, then you won't do it a second time. Once you've got the jaws pulled together, you've got your dog. There's 3 notches on this dog. You need to set it really on the first one. The further back you go, the harder the trap is to fire. These notches really, especially the furthest one back, is really when they set it in water for the mink to stop debris coming down the stream and setting the trap off. So you really need to just go into the first notch at the front, and then your trap is basically set. Obviously, like all traps in the UK, they have to be set in a natural or artificial tunnel. Once you've got it all set up and ready to go, remember the last thing you do is to remove your safety catch. Now again, don't dry fire these traps because you do bend things up. So to unset it, if you're not going to fire it, take the safety off, just knock the dog off, and then do the same as hold on to the spring and just let it control shut, let the spring open up, and then it's done. Now that applies to also the 110 and the 55. Now the Victor Conibear 122, which is also approved in the UK, is a double spring, and obviously that's not going to apply the same way as you set the 116. To set the 122, you need to set 1 spring at a time. So to do this, you need to use your hands, or you can use a setter. The springs on these are quite strong. If you can't set it by hand, then use a setter. But basically, squeeze the spring together, pull the spring together, put the safety catch on, like so, turn it around, do the same to the other spring, pull the springs together, put the safety catch on. Now both springs are compressed with the safeties on. Now, at this point, you can now pull the jaws together like we did with the 116. And you've got the same 3 notches on the dog, into the first notch, and the trap's set. Again, whilst I've been messing around, you see that the safeties drop off. Make sure your safeties are on. That's the only thing with these traps, is that they're not good safety catches. There are other safety catches available made by different people. Master Hunter make one which fits on top of the body grip and hooks over, which is a far better safety catch than what comes with them. Again, into your tunnel. Once you're set, remove your safety catches. Now unsetting this one again is the same. Release your dog, let the trap come back together on the safety catches like so, and then what you need to do is just squeeze the spring together, and release each spring individually. Like so. And that's unset.